Hi, everybody who is tuning in today. Just like to welcome you all to a tribute to Solomone, as well as the live launch for the Brother Solomone music video. My name is Martha, but before we like to start, I like to pay respects to the custodians of the land on which we stand on. On my side of town is the Wurundjeri tribe. And pay respects to their elders past, present, and also their emerging leaders. It's really important to pay attention, to pay respects to the owners, the real owners of this land, and continue to give them the mana and the powerful spirit that they give us as they welcome us onto their land and live on. But yes, welcome guys. Welcome to our live chat. This is just very chilled vibes. This is us coming through from our lounge rooms, our bedrooms. This is who we are, and I would like to pretty much just kind of set the grounds. That's what's going to happen. So, as you can see, we've got comments underneath the video. So feel free to just send through questions, send through whatever you want to ask any of the boys that I have on the screen, in terms of what they do, their artist name, what's next for them, when are they going to be dropping their next hit, what's their journey like. So feel free, guys, just drop in all your messages or anything you want to ask any of us. But yes, let's pass it around to the table. So I'm looking at the awesome three next to me. We've got Young S and Livs. Let's introduce ourselves.
Hey guys, my name is Pasifika Youth, also known as Eski. That's also my artist name. So age of 18. So yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Kineti Thompson, also known as Kenzo. I'm also 18 and I'm full Samoan.
My name's Livs, and age 20. Yeah.
Cool. Let's pass it over to the brother, your puppy.
Hey everyone, my name is Ethiel Papator, and I go by the name of Yo Puppy. And yeah, I'm pretty much the guy who helped with these guys film the project. So yeah.
Awesome. Previous today, I did a whole questionnaire, asked a few young people, what questions would you ask the artists who were a part of making the music video, and pretty much what they've asked me is, what do you inspire to be, and who is your inspiration? Anybody?
Question.
It's a hard one. I know.
It's a tough one.
Who inspires you? What's your inspiration? Why do you do what you do? What's your why? What's your purpose?
Just to become I think all of us, like, the bigger picture is to become a big role model. For me, I think it's just, as long as it reaches the community, I'm happy with that, Because from the tragedy, like, we all felt it. It was it was a massive downfall for all of us. Like, it wasn't just like just a family. We're all connected, through the tragedy that had happened. And I think all of us, like, what really inspired us was him. That's the reason why we made the song. And a lot of emotions fell through with us. But yeah, that's the product that we came with, and that's basically it for me.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, boys. I just seen Hard C's pop in. We love a good time, So yeah, you wanna introduce yourself there, brother?
Can't hear you.
I think your audio is thing. That's all right. We'll take a we'll take a break on Hard Seas for now. But yeah, let's keep continuing on the journey of, talking about our why and our inspiration in life and especially talking amongst the tragedy that happened. I know personally that it really touched all of us. Some didn't even know him, but he still reached our hearts. And, and this kind of For Solo movement, what is this For Solo movement? Like, is it just the music video or is it bigger than that? I think that's my question to you boys.
So I'm guessing like towards the video, to us it's not just the video that we just made. It's also like a bigger picture as well as a message towards the younger youth, in the community. Being out in the streets, it's more than just a game. Basically, like what we did is trying to send out a message to the younger ones. Just preventing from happening towards them and their families. Obviously, seeing what happened to Solo, that's something we want to prevent to the younger youth. They've just been a role model as well as Liv said. Just towards the community as well. So that's what I can say.
100%. Anybody else want to comment on this movement where we're creating and that we're building off the grounds, especially out in the western suburbs of Melbourne? I think majority of our viewers out here, they probably are not even from the west side of Melbourne. What's one thing that keeps us connected in a way, especially as being, Māori and Pasifika people? What's something that keeps us connected? Anyone want to jump in there?
I think it's just knowing that it's a family member that's lost. Like that he was a brother, he was a friend, he was a son, and like for all of us, like we're just, most of us imagined, just thinking that if your brother, that had happened, then obviously you would feel some type of way, and we all connected through that way. So
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I've got a question for your puppy, the man behind the scenes that kind of made this this music clip happen, And my question to you there, brother, is, being a new person in the area, like what made you do this project? When you approached to do this, like why were you like, let's do it? And how was your journey like in this?
Yeah, I guess long story short, well, it's because I met Martha through a few connections, some of the boys out here on the west, and so she brought me into her little circle. And especially for me being from the southeast side and moving down here, I'm just like, yo, I don't know these people, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I just gotta start making some friends and connecting with different people. But then Martha hit me up one day and she's just like, hey, we've got this really big project, and it's about one of our Pasifika boys in our family that passed away, and I wasn't like, I knew about the news, but I didn't really have a strong connection or didn't know who those people were or the family was, so I didn't feel so connected to it. But then when I got to hear these boys' stories and when I heard the song, so someone leaked me the song, someone leaked the song to me and said, hey, don't tell the boys. But I heard the song before everything, and I was just like, I felt the emotions to it. And I was like, no, this is raw. Like, this is raw. And it was just from that. And I met Kenzo too. We were just talking about ideas and just talking about everything about, For Solo and this song. And I was just really moved from it. And that was just, for me, it's just a lot of connections. I built pretty much I've just built almost like a good relationship with some of these boys as well. We just met in a short time, but that's just, a lot of it has come from that. It's more than just that, but it's all these people coming together for this family and For Solo and to create this project. And that's one thing I wanted to be a part of, is to portray that part of their heart, was to show that this is what their talent bring out from their heart and from their words out into visual form. So yeah.
Okay, 100%. I remember, I know NASA's watching, so shout out to NAS. If it wasn't for you leaking that song from the boys, we'll never be here. So we love a good someone that leaks, because that can move. So I know NASA's watching, and I think it was one day, he's like, you gotta listen to this like 1 minute track. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, you would love it. It's got to do, you know, your solo. And I was like, oh, let me hear it. Heard it, and I was like, can we do something with it? He's like, and then he asked me, he looked at me and he's like, can you do something about it? And I was like, all right, let's get to work. You know, this was something, it was, the song really touched me personally. It was just so raw. It had a message to it, and it was something that I wanted to give out to the world, and for the world to hear about it. And it was just, it was just so amazing that I couldn't let go of it. I'm like, I'm going to try the best I can to try and find something to get the ground running. You know, if the boys are up for it, so everybody knows to work with me, it's a hard job. We'll get there in the end. So I just wanted to ask, like, I think my question is to, you know, the young S boys and Hard C's and Levs is, what came up from the song? How did it all start? Take us through the journey of that.
So when we heard the news, we were all shocked. Like, because I knew him, but I was closer with his brother, and like that was just like heartbreaking for me, because I knew his brother and like what he went through and that. So the next day, I met up with Livs and Eski, and we went to the studio, and no one was saying anything. And then he played a beat, did his chorus, and we're like, I was like, oh, we were like, we should make a song for the Bro Solo, and like we were all 100% on it, and that's what we came up with. And it's a year later, now it's been released.
Not only that, but when we first started, like, you know, obviously we're in the moment as well, just, you know, upset as well. So everything that we put on the first song, it was just towards our emotions. At the first song that we made, I don't know if you heard the old lyrics for the song. For those who that heard the first song we released, it was just the audio, you know, no music video towards it. And then, you know, a day later we had to take it down, because it's just, you know, just releasing the audio with, you know, a chorus that we made, it just wasn't it. We didn't want to send a solo like that. So then, I guess later on we heard that we had to make a music video towards it. So then we just worked our way towards the music video, and then had to send off solo in a proper way for what's happened. So that's just
I just want to say, Heartsies, do you want to check your audio and see if it's okay, or if not, just message me and I'll reply for you.
Can you hear me or not?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh.
We are live. That's the one. All right, let's start from the beginning. All right, let's introduce yourself, and then we'll go off on the journey of making this clip and the music. And how did you jump on with the Young S and Levs to do your verse? Like, what made you want to jump onto this track?
Hi everyone, my name's Nunu, also known as Hard C's. I pretty much I heard the youngest boys posted up, and I asked Levs to send it to me, and straight away I messaged him. I was like, bro, I got to get on this, you know. I have something that I want to say on this. Personally, wasn't close with him, but I was like, man, this song's really going to touch people. And Levs gave me about like 20 minutes to send him a verse in that. But yeah, pretty much it was all I needed, 20 minutes. Like, yeah, that's about it. Levs, you really put me on the spot on that, man. Come on, man.
That's what you got to do the man's like that, man.
So I had to get in the studio, you know, write it out, record it, and send it off to him. And
20 minutes, man.
Came out good in the end, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But I have to say, like, literally the first impressions that I had on the song was, it was just that it just hit home, and I was like, how can I get my hands on it? How can I make this move? How can I create this part of a movement to keep going? Like, how can we keep this message going and keep it alive? And I think the message from Solomone's parents, I I can't go back on that, you know. They pretty much set the tone. I know majority of the viewers here were, you know, feeling angry, high-tempered, wanted to do something about it, but just that message from his parents really just set the tone for all of us. And now that I look back at the music and the songs and the track that you guys sang, and that the lyrics that come out of it kind of reflect that message that the parents portrayed on that, you know, after Solomon passed away. But 100%, that's so respect to you guys in order to keep that message ongoing and keeping it alive. Just before, you know, we're gonna, you know, we launch in I would say, a lot. We're gonna launch in at 8 o'clock. I would say, what's something in the song or a certain lyric that you guys kind of made up that really touched, and that what you wanted to kind of portray like a message, you know, looking at your individual verses that you guys said on the track. Where did that come from? I know there was a few that stood out for me. If you guys don't answer it, I've got a few that I'll chuck at one of you guys that pretty much touched me, but I want to ask you, like, where did that lyric come from, or where did that verse or sentence come from? Was there a favorite sentence in the song? Your puppy? Was there one?
I think the part that stood out to me was my brother Sola. Yeah, he kept it real. When I connected the news, because I had to do my homework. I had to do my homework to find out, to understand the family, the behind the scenes, everything. And then when I heard the song, and then the song really connected with me, was the brother Sola. He kept it real, because I remember in the news it was talking about his cousin told him, he told his cousin, like, just go, just run, just go for it, because these boys are coming. And that, like, to me, man, that's real right there. Like, he didn't say, like, help me, like, let me help you. Don't worry about me. You go. I'll take care of it. So for me, that's hot. Like, he kept it real. So that line right there killed it for me. So.
Anyone else have a line?
For me, it was Hot Like Gold, or one of my verses. Yeah, and he backed his bro as well, and like he backed his brother, Kiris. Like, nothing happened to him, but you know, so yeah, that's what I said. Hot Like Gold. He stands up for his friends and his family, and that's why I think that one of my messages was that line. Yeah.
Anyone else have a golden line? There's heaps of golden lines in the track, I'll have to say.
Yeah. I think the golden line for me was because I leave it to God, because I know my brothers would do the same. I think that went like that. I would probably, that's the line that hit all of the boys, because I know, like, if anything happened to any of us, and our family members would be the ones to say it. Like, we leave it to God. Like, we don't use revenge on our own hands. Just let God do the rest. And yeah, I think that hit all of us brothers, because that's definitely what our family would do for all of us. And yeah, that's the line for me.
Oh, we got a message. All right, we're going to open the floor. All right, we have a message. Shout out to whoever said these guys are pretty good looking. Stop it.
Hey, follow my Instagram.
I mean, keep the comments, keep the stuff coming in. We're happy to answer. I'm happy to throw out stuff. If there's anything in terms of the For Sola movement, just comment. Bring them over, bring them through. But yeah, I kind of want to look into the process of making the music clip. I know with E, you said that you had to do a lot of research. What was that like for you?
Yeah, it was a lot, eh? It was a lot of watching news, trying to get sources from other people, get real life stories, talk to the boys. Hey, kids, you guys pretty cute.
Yo, kids, we got a shout out. All right.
Looking pretty cute there.
Shout out to Dali. That's my sister.
So pretty much like that. Just do a lot of research, ask a little, like word of mouth, ask people, go to Martha, ask Martha, go to all the boys, ask the boys like what it's like, how it was. And I think at the same time, I just had to give the project to them. I just say, well, you tell me what you guys wanted to do, and I'll do the best I can do to tell your story. That's what it was. Even despite COVID, like, man, we still had to get things done. We had to get the work done, had to try to film projects here and there. And but yeah. So it's a process.
Oh, no.
No, yeah, it was a process. I cannot. These comments coming through, I'm not gonna read out the ones that
Fake check.
are gonna make the boys blush. But this is a chat about, It's all right, Lebs. We're gonna go out of lockdown soon, so we'll get that fixed. So I got you. But yeah, so I think it was just it was quite of a journey, and I think with myself kind of just overlooking it and just seeing you guys do what you do. And I think the initial meeting we had, remember that, when you were first introduced to the boys?
Yeah.
And all the ideas and everything that were coming out out of it. And then, now we have a product of what the visions were that came out of, for that. So, we got a comment from Benny. COVID didn't stop you from doing this for also solo. Always. And, and that's the thing, and that's the thing that we kind of kept through, even through lockdown and us having to meet that the deadline for his 1 year, and then having to execute. And we were meant to have this launch in person, and it was meant to be a private preview with Solo's family and his close friends. And even that, COVID was hitting us, but we still and you guys still continued to push through and kept your hopes up and to keep pushing through. But I just want to say, what was that like? I know you guys wanted to have the music clip released in the 1 year, but obviously we couldn't do it due to COVID. So I just want to see your thoughts, about it, and then all of a sudden launching, today.
Who's going first?
Can you repeat the question, please?
There's always that one guy, Kenzo. But yeah, I think the viewers don't know. We've kind of created a family during the journey of this, and I think we got to owe it to our angel Solo. If he brought us together, we all shared the same vision, the same purpose. And I think my question was, through COVID and all that kind of stuff hitting us, and you guys wanting to release on the 1 year, what kept you guys keep going and not lose hope?
I guess when we first released it, it took us a while, to kick in. As well, people kept asking, what's happening with Solo Song, it just kept coming towards my head, when are we gonna release it? Not only that, but as well as COVID hit us, it didn't stop us from making the song for Solo. As well, we did all this for him and his family as well. So everything that we did towards COVID, it really didn't hit us as much, because what mattered us the message was that, to give out a message towards the young ones. So
yeah, I think COVID was that made us even want to push even further with everything, and make us work even harder, because even though there was barriers, there was a limit for us. COVID was just something, just a little a little shove for us to push even harder. And yeah, that's all.
Yeah, awesome. I seen a comment come up from NASA, the famous NASA. I was wondering, Ralph, you can bring that up. Awesome. So hi Nas. It's been he's still around. His question was, what's the year been like for yourselves and others, and how do you feel about it now?
As in the event?
Yeah.
Like the event, or just in general the year?
Yeah.
What's happened since?
Maybe I guess it's a question that how you guys see it. So what's the year been like for yourselves and others, and how do you feel about it now?
So I'm just gonna guess he's talking about what happened to Solo and that. And it's the year for us at the start, but it was really rough. It took me about a week and a half to get through it. It's shocking as well, sleepless nights. When I first heard about it, it was really hard to realize that you weren't seeing anymore. Just that feeling, that it's not around. I guess now, knowing that what we've been through, I just basically left it all for God. So I'm guessing, I just know that he's in a better place. So there's no really stress towards it. Sometimes I do think about it. It does hurt times, but I know that he's in a better place. So I leave it all for the man upstairs.
Awesome. Anyone else want to comment on that question?
Yeah. What's it been like? For me, the feelings haven't changed from, for me personally, nothing's changed from then till now. I still hold, that feeling that I felt then. I still hold it now. And even though it's been a year, it just won't change for me. It's just been, that's how I feel deep down inside. But for the others around me, like with this, it's really changed my perspective on things. Just linking up with the boys and that, doing what we do, just trying to get this message out, this video out, and I think we all realized that it was much bigger than ourselves and what we feel, and just putting it out on a larger scale for other people to see. It kind of changed how it's been for me, and yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, just if everybody just feel free to ask questions. We're here to, I told the boys, come as you are, be yourself, be authentic, and just be real. So we have another question. What made you want to make a song in relation to knowing Solo and his late passing? Why did you want to make the song? So what was the purpose of making the song? Why did you want to make the song?
Well, the reason why I think all of us wanted to make a song was just knowing that a song is going to be there like long term. It's going to stay there for forever. And what we wanted to do was establish Solo's message. I feel like just in social media, as long as it gets to one person that's helping someone, that's knowing that someone's heard it is good enough for us. We knew we were gonna make a song from the start, and we knew we wanted to shoot a video for it. But at that moment, I felt like emotional what really took over us. The first chorus was actually an aggressive, we wanted to take revenge. That was the first chorus, and I think looking back at it now, how much we felt into the emotions than just thinking about it. And yeah, I think just knowing that there's a video out there that will be there forever, relating to the Dr. Solo. That's what we're happy.
Yeah. Also, it was for us to express what we were feeling. at the time. Like yeah, when we heard the news, it was like revenge. And but then going back to what Solo's parents were telling her son, we also took that message in and we changed up a few things throughout the song. But yeah, I reckon it was just for us. Making that song was expressing how we felt on the situation or what happened. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
No, 100%. I think the ones who listen to the first song and then they listen to the song now, the massive change that happened within the verses to the lyrics to even the chorus, it just really showed the growth of you guys as artists, you know. And I'm not an artist myself, but I appreciate the work that comes out of artists and the way they're able to kind of move and change based on their emotions. Oh, we have someone asking a question. What time is the track coming? Anybody want to tell the secret?
Yeah.
On where, bro? Tell them where.
We're going to tell them where after. So if you want to watch the music clip, we're going to show you here first before we send it to the world. So whoever's viewing in, you guys get first eyes on the music clip, but we'll get there soon. But yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, we're looking at, it's like 7:30. I just want to kind of wrap it up in terms of this segment, which is the journey of making the music and the music clip. So, we've got a comment, Shop Boy sending love for the Southeast. Awesome. A question is, we'll just answer this last question before we wrap up and move on to the next segment. Was it hard to focus on writing a song dedicated to Solo whilst going through those tough times? Oh, good question.
Great question.
I think that's a question for Livs. Yeah.
Yeah, Lev.
Yeah, Livs.
I think personally, it wasn't hard at all. Like, there was no writer's block, and I think just emotions, especially for writing. I don't know if anyone else, but when you're writing and you can imagine stuff, you can picture it, and legit, you just put it on paper. That was all that was needed to write the song, and how fast it took. It took like less than 1 hour for all of these posts to put this all together. But yeah, that's me.
What about you, Kenzo and Eski? With your verses, I mean, you guys came in hard, so I just want to see, like, you know.
For me, I wrote 3 verses to this. So it was just me expressing how I felt. It was just coming out of my heart, coming from my heart. Yeah, for me.
For me, at the start, yeah, it was really hard at the start. But you know, as time went through, you know, just basically just felt, you know, it just felt through. The lyrics just hit me real hard. I just wanted to express the way I felt. So obviously, you know, it was really hard to say it on the mic. But yeah, I guess it was hard to focus at the start, but later on, you know, just knowing he's in a better place. So yeah.
Awesome. Did you want to answer that question, Nunu?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, it was hard for me to focus because I felt like I had so much to say, but only like so little to speak on. But you know, also because I only had 20 minutes from Livs. Yeah, but I felt like I got what I wanted to say across nicely, but yeah, it was pretty hard knowing that this is going to be a big thing for us. And yeah, that's all I had to say.
Awesome. We've just got a bit of a comment here. Good stuff, boys. Solo will be proud. Sending love to everyone. I'm loved and not forgetting his loved ones. Awesome. Thanks for that. Real Eyes
Nice.
685. But yeah, and I think we'll just wrap up this segment, which is the journey. The For Solo movement still continues, and it's not going to stop. This is pretty much the beginning of it. And I think what we all are working towards is just keeping his name alive, keeping his legacy going, and not falling back on it. Thanks, Nono. But yeah, like I was saying, it's just keeping his legacy going, and and using the whole For Solo movement, and keep going in that one. So I think we're going to move on to the next segment, where we're going to invite Solomone's two best friends, his closest brothers, just to basically share some words, share some memories, and the one thing I asked these boys, the question was, share a memory of your brother and your best friend, and what's one thing you want the world, the world's listening, what's one thing you want the world to know and remember about Solo. So I'll leave it to you guys, whether Ketis or William want to introduce themselves and take it on.
Hey, my name's Ketis, family of 7, and I was known as Solo's best friend. One of the memories that I'd like to share is the day before he passed. I don't want to as a memory that's bad, but I want to show how real he was and how how much he kept his promises. So one of my favorite memories we shared was the day before he passed, was on a Monday. He walking home and walking outside of school, and he said to me, as much as me and Daniel piss him off and annoy him, he'll protect us. Protect us, and he won't let us get hurt. And the next day from when he passed, I think he really kept his promise to me, because I was there when he passed, and so he hopped out of the car to look out for me and my siblings, and I think that memory was just one of my favorites because of how real he kept it and how he kept his promise to me, and it just touches my heart that he done that. And yeah, something that I want the world to remember him is a hero, a soldier, someone who stands up for his loved ones. He never backed down from a fight. If those who really know him, he's a ruthless guy. Like, he'll do anything if he's mad. No one can control him in that. But in his last moments, I think he was really humble, and he showed so much love in his last moments. And I want them to know him, everyone to know him as a gentle giant. Just someone that cares for everyone. And yeah. Pass it on to William.
Hi, my name is William Afwalo, 16 years old. One of Solo's close mates as well. My relationship with Solo, we went to the same school, same church. At first we didn't get along too well. He'd always give me the evils, he'd just stare at me. And then when got a scholarship to VU, and that was when ended up as the same school as him, and that's when our friendship, our brotherhood grew stronger, and we would always catch the bus together, me, him, Kiris, all the boys, catch the bus to school and back. Every mornings when we go to church or seminary. He'd always take us to Coles. Even if he had $1, he'd always buy something for all the boys. He made sure all of us ate. He made sure none of us, he made sure that everyone ate, not just him, not just his brother, just all of us. That was one of my favorite memories of him. He may look scary, he may look big, but he had a really big heart. He would always put others before himself. He would always put others before himself. He would protect us. He would buy us lunch. And if anyone tried to come at us, it would be he would walk in front of us, and then they would just run away. And yeah, when Solo passed, he really impacted me a lot. I was mad. I was angry, filled with hatred. I was having problems sleeping. I was so confused at a point where I asked myself, why did this happen to Solo? What if I went to school because when Solo passed, I wasn't there, and I was put on myself. If I went to school, I would have been there with him. However, what helped me get through this was my parents, my family, my siblings, my uncles, aunties, cousins, friends in Melbourne, close friends in Melbourne, even my friends here in Sydney. Especially Solo's family, especially Solo's mom, when she sent that message on the news, when she forgave her son's killers. And that's what really inspired me, to just move on and just forget about it. After Solo passed away, I moved to Sydney. It was a choice for myself, to have better opportunities in my rugby career. Honestly, it was a really hard time for me. Just knowing that my toko Solo, he wasn't here, it was just really hard, There was a time where I got injured and I thought I was done. I didn't believe in myself. I put on so much weight. I was 116 kilograms. And the first thing that came to mind was Solo and what he'd want me to do, just to push myself. So I did. And I got an opportunity at the Doggies, at Bulldogs, 3-year contract. And I'm really grateful for that. Solo was my main driven inspiration, including my Uncle Toe. He died in the same year. Yes, he motivated me to do so much throughout my rugby career. Every game in my rugby career or in my doggy season, Solo would always be on my wrist. There was not one game where he wasn't. And every time before my games, I'd pray and I'd ask Solo for protection on the field, So I just want to dedicate my journey for that 1 year when Solo passed. I want to dedicate it to him. This jersey, just want to dedicate it to Solo. He's the one who. Sorry. He's the one who was there for me. He was always there for me when we first met. And I just want to dedicate this to him, this jersey, because he was my inspiration, my motivation. He motivated me to push myself. Even in rough times, I'd always think of him and I'll just push myself. Even when I'm struggling at training, I'll just think of Solo. And I'll just push myself. Before I end it, my other main inspiration was the gospel. Solo, Kiris and I were brought up in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which we believe that the plan of our Heavenly Father, which is called the plan of salvation. The plan of salvation keeps you firm and strong, and that's why I believe the plan of salvation is true, because I know I'm going to meet up with my brother again, Matoko. And I just want to thank Solo for this, always, being there for me, even though we had some ups and downs, but, we're still brothers at the end of the day. Yeah. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, William, and thank you, Kiris, for sharing your stories. And man, it's heavy, eh? Like, it's just, we're all in here and we're all doing, this is for Solo, and tonight is all about him, and we're dedicating our all tonight in terms of this music clip to him. So I'm gonna hand it over to the youngest and Levs to introduce the music video, and this is dedicated to Solomone. So I'll hand it over to youngest to do the Levs and to do the official launch for the music clip, and hope you guys enjoy it, eh?
So this video is dedicated to Solo. Everything that we work for the love of Solo and his family. Not just us youngest Livs and Hard Seas, featuring one of our main brothers as well in the group, Coco. Thanks to you as well. Appreciate you for being on the track with us, boys. Even though you're not here with us, all love. So the song's dedicated to Solo's family, Solo's friends. Just know that he's still there for us. As much as it hurts, just realize that he's in a better place now. The song's dedicated to you, Solo.
The family of a teenager stabbed to death in Deer Park say they have nothing but love for those who killed him.
How many times did I take my pills? Did I take my pills? I really need to be stress-free. My G's here looking out for the young G's. Want my boys to win, but how can I forgive it when one's taken? Brother gone, that's heartbreaking. If I ever see one at the foot, brother, you better pray that my life say that's another dogger we've lost. He was a civilian inside his ends, and the ones that took a boy from his mother walk out on bail, could trust the system. You see, this brother was peaceful, was far from lethal. A son, a friend, and a man of God who was only out for his people. How could they take his life? What did he do? I swear he's in a better place. Looking down and I still doesn't feel the same. If I was there, I swear I could have made a change. And I pulled that on my life, that it. Watch over us from above, cause my brothers out here still healing. Even though it still hurts, I still keep my eyes to the heavens. Cause I leave it to God, I know my brothers do the same. How many more lives till we realize this ain't a game? So my brother Solo, yeah, he kept it real. They won't come back to this field. It gets real hard trying to forget all of this pain. I won't hesitate when I see him again. Been a year now, everybody round here still miss you. What you did, bro, you deserve a statue. You show no fear, heart like gold. You backed your bro when he did not fold. And that's one thing that I'ma remember. I was pissed, got a control of my temper. And that's one thing that I'ma remember. It's kinda hard when you think of all of the pain that the family's got. Nearly been a year since you left this place, and I know that your brothers just miss you a lot. And that's me too. Your parents, your friends and the boys from the block. I was never here, still I ain't gonna stop till I put them boys in the cells locked up. Nah, I swear he's in a better place. Looking down and I still doesn't feel the same. If I was there, I swear I could have made a change. And I pulled that on my life, that it ain't the same. Watch over us from above, cause my brothers are even though it still hurts, I still keep my eyes to the heavens. Cause I leave it to God, I know my brothers do the same. How many more lives till we realize this ain't a game? To my brother Solo, yeah, he kept it real. They won't come back to this field. It gets real hard trying to forget all of this pain. I won't hesitate when I see him again.
So I want to give it up to pass the ball over to Young S and Lebs. Where to from now? Where can the viewers actually watch it properly and actually look at the music clip and listen to the message? So leave it to you, boys.
So you can find this song on the Young S page, Young S Official. So head over there now. It's dropping in 4 minutes. So go over and subscribe, like up the videos, comment, and do all that. And yeah.
Awesome. So that's kind of it for our live launch. Thank you everybody for viewing. So we've got about 3 minutes. So quickly jump onto Young S Official's YouTube page, subscribe. We'll be waiting for that countdown to begin. And a lot of you guys asked if the song's going to be dropped on SoundCloud, Spotify. I've seen a few comments come up. But you know what? Wait for the announcements from Young S because it's officially there. So follow them on their Instagram page. Follow any of our artists. You got the handles below. Ask them the questions of their next movement, especially when it's got to do with whether the song will be released on other platforms. But I do suggest subscribe to Young S, follow them on Insta. And yeah, let's run up the track for Solo, guys, and let's make the world know about his name and spread the word with this music clip. So, boys, you want to say bye to the viewers?
See you guys.
Everybody.